Hi friends, welcome back to Come in the KS Homeschool. Today I'm going to be making a video about our favorite Christmas traditions. I'm sorry I don't have a very Christmassy background. We are actually putting up our Christmas tree and things maybe tonight or tomorrow, so it's not up yet, so I wore my Christmas shirt. I hope that's Christmassy enough. But anyways, welcome to my channel. One of the things I really love about homeschooling during the holidays and homeschooling during the Christmas season is that you can do as much or as little as you want. So this is our second year going into homeschooling during the season. And I just feel like we can prioritize our time so much better. I don't feel as stressed out as I was when I was working or my kids were in school. And I felt that there was just so little time. It is harder to get shopping done for kids. My husband's at work and I'm at home with the kids, so it is a little harder to figure that out, but we've got Amazon, so that helps a lot. So it is a little harder to get out and do that kind of stuff for the kids, but I feel like we can slow down and that we can take any time that we want to just do any projects that we want and make it more special because we have all day. So that's just one of the cool benefits from homeschooling that I did not know about until I started homeschooling myself. So last year we picked up Gather Round's Christmas unit, and we really did enjoy going through this as a family. We stopped the unit that we were working on at that time and we just did the Christmas unit from Gather Round, probably starting right after Thanksgiving. And so for school, that's what we did. We did take things a little slower. We still did a lot of our schoolwork, but we did just kind of substitute a bigger unit for this simpler unit. So I know Gather Round has a new unit this year. They put out a different Christmas unit every year, so I'm sure it will be different. But what I liked about this is it just took us through the Christmas story, it took us through the characters in the Christmas story, and it gave some fun activities. And I don't feel like it had too many activities for this mom who doesn't love extra activities. For me, what I want from Christmas is I just want things to slow down a bit and for us to be able to enjoy the season and to enjoy what Christmas is about and to focus on what's most important. And I do not like a lot of hustle and bustle. I don't like to add things. So this is what we did last year. And I'm going to show you one of the fun activities that we did. All my kids made these really fun little Christmas trees from twigs that we got outside. And they had little things they put what they're thankful for on there, and the boys did theirs too, but theirs have not lasted all year. So theirs are not around anymore, but we enjoyed the activities. The activities were not difficult. They were easy to do, easy to implement, so it was perfect for us in the season. So that is what I did with Gather Around last year. So this year I am gonna do things a little bit differently. I'm not really changing as many things as I did last year. I'm not stopping a unit. I'm not really starting something new. The only thing I'm starting new in our homeschool is that we're replacing our current family devotions, and we're gonna start doing this book here. So we've already started this one, and so it's the 25 Days of Christmas Story, and so far we are liking it. It goes through different characters in the Christmas story and talks about some character traits that they had and how they were a part of the Christmas story. So here's Isaiah. The character trait is hopeful. And then there's like 2 paragraphs there about Isaiah and his part in the story. And then there's a family activity, which I usually just skip, but they have some really good questions, discussion questions that we've enjoyed. And then they have just a verse and then they have a prayer. And because we only do this on our homeschool days and only actually 3 days a week, I have been doing 2 of these a day just to make sure that we can be finished before Christmas, because I started it a little bit late, and late meaning second week of November. So we've started that, and that is really the only main difference that we're doing in our homeschool for the Christmas break. After Thanksgiving, we're gonna have 3 weeks of pretty solid school, and then we're gonna take 2.5 weeks off, and that's kind of what we usually do for our Christmas break. And I know that in those 3 weeks before Christmas, I can't expect to be full on schooling. I need to be flexible. I need to make sure that we don't go too hard. I'll assume that I'll finish maybe 2.5 weeks of work within those 3 weeks. And when we come back after our Christmas break, I will not start on a Monday. I'll be sure to start on a Wednesday or Thursday and just slowly ease our way back into the homeschooling. So that's kind of one thing I do for homeschooling during the holidays. The other things that we enjoy doing aren't necessarily related to our homeschool. They're just things that we do in our home. So I mentioned we're going to be decorating, putting up our tree, decorating the house sometime either today or tomorrow, and it's the weekend after Thanksgiving, so that's pretty normal for us to do. And then our community, we live in a small town, and so our community has a tree lighting day on usually the first Saturday of the month of December. So we'll be participating in that. We usually go as a family, and our church always puts out, they have a little booth and they give out some cookies and hot chocolate and coffee and things just to bless the people in our community. And up until this point, having our 4 kids has been a 2-parent job, but I feel like we're at the point where we can volunteer one of us. So I got volunteered to be the one who's gonna go help with that booth, considering my husband and I are both introverts and I am obviously the one talking to you right now. So I get to be the one that's going to be welcoming people in our community and just having a chat with them. And I don't know if we're gonna give out cookies due to current circumstances, but we will have hot chocolate and coffee, and hopefully that will bless the people in our community. So that's one thing we do. We all go, there's a tree lighting. When it gets dark, they light the tree. We wander around, see our neighbors, people in our community, and then there's like a free horse-drawn carriage, which is always so much fun. So we stand in line for that, and then usually we'll go get pizza or something. So anyways, that's one thing that we always look forward to during Christmas time. Another thing that we do is our community has a community toy store that they put on for families, lower income families that can't afford to buy as many gifts or gifts at full price. So what we do is people throughout the community donate new gifts, and then what they do is they set up this gift store several times during the week, and we have different teams that go in and they help just set it up, and then the gifts are marked down significantly, so maybe they're paying 20% of what it would be in an actual store, but it lets people still be able to purchase what they want for their children without having to pay full price. And so my daughters and I often go as gift wrappers, so we wrap the gifts that they purchase. So that's about 3 hours of intense wrapping, but it is so much fun, and we've done it. This will be our 3rd year, and it's such a fun time to go and just talk to people and wrap their gifts and just see what they're getting for their kids for Christmas and just be a part of our community. So that's something that has become a Christmas tradition for us in the last few years. And then my sister lives across the border in Canada. We actually live really close to Canada. So I'm actually Canadian. So there you go. I'm Canadian, and I've been living down here in the US for about 10 years now. My sister lives just across the border, and pre-pandemic, she used to come down once every week or maybe every 2 weeks, usually on a Sunday, and we just hang out. So we've really missed that time with her. We have not really been able to get together other than at a park that is on the border that we're both allowed to be at the same time. So during the summer, it's been nice. We've been able to meet up there, but she has not been able to come down, and I have not been able to go up without a lot of extra measures. So she actually thinks that she can come down with her daughter and her fiance this Christmas, and that's what we normally do. They come down for usually about 2 nights, and so we spend a long weekend together, and we do my family traditions, so the things that we did growing up in our home. And so it's a fun time for us to just be able to do our traditions. So some of our traditions are Christmas morning. So whatever day we are doing for Christmas here, we call it our Christmas morning, and we like to light candles. When our kids were a little older, we started lighting candles again, light candles, dim the lights. We like to read the Christmas story and pray before we start opening the gifts, and then we do the stockings, and then we do the gifts, and it's just really a nice time to have as a family. And then one fun tradition that we have is that for our Christmas dinner, we usually have some Taiwanese food. We have beef noodles, or we have like this meat dry noodle. It's not really dry noodles, but noodle dish with meat sauce. And the reason why we do that for Christmas is that we actually grew up in Taiwan. We were missionary kids, and so we really miss our Taiwanese food, and it's not easy sometimes to find the right ingredients, and we just don't do it very often. So we do it when we're together, and so that's something special that we do as a family. At actual Christmas break, my husband works in the school, so we have his 2-week break, a normal Christmas school 2-week break, and we go down and visit his family in California, and sometimes his brother and his wife and their kids will come and fly over to California, and we get together there as a big family, and my husband's sister and his parents are there, and we do their family Christmas together. And so I guess what I think more unique about their family Christmas is they do carne asada burritos for their Christmas dinner, and that's their tradition because they're from Southern California. So that was a bit of a change for me, getting to know someone from Southern California. In Taiwan, we did not have a lot of Mexican food, so I did not eat Mexican food other than maybe a taco here and there, and it was a bit of an adjustment when I married my husband and go down to visit, and we'd be eating Mexican food every single day. But I'm definitely grown to love it and enjoy it, and I can eat it every day for the whole 2 weeks if that's what's on the menu. So we have carne asada tacos for his Christmas dinner. And then we fly back home around New Year's, and like I said, we'll do a slow start to school. We're not just gonna jump back in on a Monday and get going full on. We will probably start on a Wednesday and just slowly integrate all our subjects slowly and get back into January and what January is like in the winter. Today's video is a collaboration with a bunch of other homeschool moms who are also putting up videos similar to this, and we're going to make a playlist. Today the homeschool moms that I am joining are Shauna from Homegrown Homeschool, Bethany the Booktastic Mom, Christine from Their Teacher Skates, Holly from Walks with Holly, Shannon from Shannon Carpenter, Katie from Life in the Mundane, and myself. So hope you check out the playlist below and enjoy our videos. One last thing before I go. If you are thinking of starting a new family tradition with your family, I have an advent calendar in my Etsy store. I have a link below for 20% off just for you. If you are interested in something like that, take a look. Click on the link below. It'll lead you to my store, and you will get 20% off any of my Christmas items. Merry Christmas.